Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to episode 8 of the SoulSpace podcast. We're glad you're here to play with us again.
Yes, we're so excited to talk with you today about our topic. Our topic today is about retraining your mind. And this is a topic that we get asked about a lot. A lot of people talk about how their mind works and different things that happen. I know a super common thing that we both get with our clients is their mind running. So like my thoughts are running and I can't seem to stop them and it keeps going and going. So even if I try to stop myself, it keeps going and I have trouble and I can't sleep. And so this is a super common problem. So we want to give you a couple of our favorite tools to help your mind to run more efficiently, to retrain it a little bit and help it to work for you so that you can enjoy more Zen thought time.
Yeah, more calm.
More positive thoughts.
Yeah.
More enjoying your thoughts and your time in your own body.
Yeah, exactly. I know for me, I don't as much anymore because I worked on it a long time, but I used to have such a monkey mind that I couldn't, every time I was going to do something, my monkey mind would tell me, no, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that, or you can't do that, or no one else has done that in your family, or whatever it was, that would eventually hold me back from doing things that I wanted to do. Thank God for the tools that we have learned
for sure
through the years to help quiet that monkey mind and be able to let go of that stuff and move forward, because there's so many adventures out there that you can have fun with if you tell that monkey mind to shut up or whatever, gently. But really, innocence, be in that innocent creative mind more often, and you really will manifest some cool ideas that you wouldn't have got to any other way.
Absolutely. And we talk about, people see us now and they can't even imagine us having, negative thought spirals and things like that. But that's something that I used to have a lot, is I would start thinking and I'd spiral. And with the tools, and especially there's one in particular that I love that I really started with, that really started to change things for me and really helped me to start enjoying more time, and really helped me to start thinking more positively and kind of help retrain my mind a bit in order to really begin to focus on the things that I want. And so that's the one that we're going to go into today to start with. And then we're going to go into more of our other fun tools that you can go along with us, and we're just going to have fun.
Right.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. So what is this tool that you talk about?
I know, right? Like
right.
So the tool that we're going to talk about today is called Thank You Mind. It's something that we use in our coaching.
Right.
It's part of our Best Life Coaching Society, or Best Life Creation Society, I should say, because we create our best lives in the Best Life Creation Society. So it's called Thank You Mind. And so this is a tool that I absolutely love. I use it all the time. I have my clients use it all the time, especially when they're starting out and really trying to feel more in control of their thoughts and more in control of their mind. So in this technique, it's really important that you start catching yourself. So in the last few episodes, we've really talked about knowing where you are in the emotional scale, paying attention to your emotions and where you're at. This is also paying attention to your thoughts, and where your thoughts are at. So if you start to notice negative thoughts or complaining or things starting to happen within yourself, we want you to catch yourself as early as you can. So if you start hearing yourself say, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's happening again, blah, 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 blah. We want you to catch yourself as early as you can and use this technique. So in the technique, you're actually going to speak to your mind. You can either say it out loud or you can say it in your head. If you were in public, it's a good idea to say it in your head. You know,
No.
you can say it out loud. Absolutely, if you're comfortable with that. But a lot of times people aren't comfortable with that in public. So you can either think it or you can say it out loud. If you're alone, obviously you can say it out loud, and that's just as powerful as saying it in your head. But what you do is when you start to notice those negative thoughts, we want you to go, thank you, mind. I love and appreciate you. I know that you're trying to protect me, but I would like you to focus on, and then you give it something to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you're driving, right? A lot of us think when we're driving. And so if you're driving, go, thank you, mind. I love and appreciate you. I know you're trying to protect me with these thoughts, but I want you to focus on helping me find all the blue cars.
Good.
And then you start looking at, oh, there's a blue car. Oh, there's another blue car. Oh, that I really like that color blue. That blue green is such a good color. So help your mind focus on something that is more positive than what you were focusing on. So basically what you're doing is you're taking your mind and you're acknowledging. And that's the most important part of this. It's like when we told you to acknowledge your emotions where you're at, this is the same thing. So you're acknowledging your mind and where it's at. You're acknowledging that it's trying to help you because your mind has been trained, right? And some of the training it's had over your lifetime is not really serving you anymore. It's some things that are not good for you, things that are maybe not positive, or things that are not really serving where you want to be going in your life.
Yeah, and one thing about that subconscious mind, really, it's there to keep you safe, so it likes you to be comfortable and be in the same place all the time, or in a box, we call it sometimes. It wants you to stay safe and comfortable. And we know that growth happens when we're uncomfortable or when we're outside of that box. So that's what the mind is trying to do, is just keep you safe and comfy and cozy in your little space, But when we want to grow out of that, that's why it's a little bit harder to do sometimes, because that subconscious mind its real job is to keep us safe. So
it's doing that by repeating the same patterns
Right.
over and over again.
Right.
And some of those patterns are not serving you because you feel it. You feel negative emotion when you think those thoughts.
Yeah.
And when you feel that negative emotion, when you think those thoughts, then that means that you're out of alignment with your inner being and your soul peace. And so when you know that you're out of alignment, well, that's not where they want to be.
Right.
And so when you start to think those thoughts and they feel negatively to you, we want you to catch yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Because that pattern is not serving you anymore.
Right. Yeah. And we don't have to get mad about it or, really tell ourselves to shut up because we know that that's what our subconscious is trying to do, is keep us safe. So it's good to, be gentle and say, I know you're trying to keep me safe here, and in this place, but I really want to experience something new. I really want to grow. I really want to do something different. And when you ease into it like that with your mind, your subconscious, and we can change those patterns, and we'll do some of that in a little bit, but it's important to recognize it first and just start to soothe yourself or soothe that subconscious to ease up a little bit and let us grow.
Absolutely. And it's really important in this to recognize that you are soothing your mind.
Yeah.
Because your mind's trying to help you, and it's doing the things that it knows how to do to help you. Yeah. And so you have to give it things that actually will help you to move forward. And so there are so many different ways that you can use this. Yeah. But that first part really is that acknowledgement and letting your mind know, I understand what you're doing, but let me give you something that will help me. Yeah. Something that you can focus on that's going to do what I really need you to do in this moment, which is to help me focus on what I want, help me to focus on the positive, help me to focus on solutions, help me to focus on what I'm doing right now and keeping me safe in this moment by paying attention rather than thinking all of these thoughts. So this is a super helpful tool. Yeah. Yeah. So let's do should we do something
things to help us get out of that and to not get stuck as often.
Yeah. So we're gonna do more tools beside the thank you mind. But
Right.
before we do that, I want you to take out a piece of paper. You have to pause this if you don't have a piece of paper. And then I want you to have a pen too. And I want you to write that down. I want you to write down, thank you, mind.
Yeah.
I love and appreciate you.
Yeah.
I know you're trying to protect me, but I would like you to focus on blank.
Yeah.
And then give it something to focus on.
Right.
Literally anything that's helpful. Solution. Have it check in with your body. All right. Do I have any aches and pains? Maybe I need to stretch today. Could you tell me what muscles I need to stretch? Or help me to focus on the beautiful sunshine.
Right.
Or help me to focus on, like I said, help me to focus on driving home safely. Pay attention to all the things that are going around so we can drive home safe, because it likes to keep you safe. Your mind loves that.
Yeah. Yeah. And help you to be in the present moment. Start noticing things around you. That'll help your mind to not focus on the things that are holding you back and keeping you safe. It'll focus on what's out there, oh, the beautiful grass, the beautiful sunshine, oh, they're harvesting the fields right now. Isn't that beautiful? Whatever it is, to keep you in that present moment and not to start running your mind, running monkey mind.
Absolutely. And it helps you to be more in the now moment, that more mindfulness space, which a lot of people try to achieve. Well, you don't necessarily have to try to do it. If your mind is helping you to do that, then you're working together. So isn't that beautiful that you can work with your mind? And that's what we really want to focus on, is the mind is not the enemy. Right. Your mind is trying to help you. Your mind loves you. Yeah, it really does. It's part of who you are. And so all we want to do is start working together. And that's the thing. Our mind has been trained to do certain things, which, seem to work against us, but it really is just to keep you safe. So if we acknowledge our mind and say, I love you, I know that you're trying to help me, then your mind will start to work with you. And it's really a beautiful thing. It sounds kind of silly. Yeah. But honestly, it works. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about this at all. Right. It works. And we want you to try it. I guarantee you that you will see a difference if you work on this for a week.
Yeah, for sure. I remember when I first learned the technique, and I was like, oh, come on, I'm not going to do this. Like,
I don't know.
But once you do it and you realize how soothing that is to your mind, it's like, oh, you'll get it. You'll feel the difference when you can soothe that mind and say, okay, I know you're trying to keep me safe. If you acknowledge that, then you can move forward a lot easier than if you're fighting against it all the time and
say, stop thinking about that.
Right.
Well, what if you say, stop thinking about that? What do you think about?
Right.
That thing that you're trying to stop thinking about. They told your mind to stop thinking about, but now you're thinking about it because you told your mind to stop thinking about it, and it just keeps going. Yeah. That's not helpful. Yeah. Just like when someone says, picture an elephant, or don't think about an elephant. You're going to think about an elephant. Yeah, right. Exactly. Whatever it is, so you have to learn to work with your mind and work, with it instead of against it, because it'll take you twice as long if you're fighting against all the time. Oh, for sure. Your mind gets a bad rap. Yeah. But really your mind is here for you. And so you just have to tell it what you want it to do. Yeah. You have to help retrain it into what is working and what will work for you. Yeah. And that's the beauty of this technique, is it really starts that process. Yeah. It makes a huge difference for me. The first time I tried it, I actually felt relief. Yeah. I felt relieved, like a weight had kind of been lifted, of like, oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. For me, it made a huge difference and has continued to make a huge difference in my life. Yeah. It's so good. And so much better to be in the flow instead of trying to push. Right. You're trying to push up against, a raging river. And what's the point? Don't you want to go with the flow and feel better? Yeah. So why don't you flow together in your mind? Yeah. I mean, what a powerful thing to be able to train your mind to work with you. Right. It's huge. It really is huge, because a lot of people talk about get your ego out of the way. Well, what if you work together? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what could be better?
That's right.
And what could be
How does it get better than that?
How does
right?
it get better than that?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so awesome. And when you think about it, it's so easy.
It is. You can do it anywhere.
Yeah.
Anytime. You don't need equipment.
Right.
You don't need to write it down. You could have it in your phone if you want to remember it. I keep a lot of things on my phone. I'm like, oh, what is it that I wanted to say to my mind again? Well, just keep it on your phone and you're like a little note app or whatever. I love
Yeah.
note apps. They're really good. But
yeah,
that's what I would do. It's so helpful.
so
and then
good.
once you do it a couple of times, you remember what you wanted to say. And it really is the energy of acknowledging your mind that makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Yeah. And every tool that we've talked about so far in all the podcasts, you know, it's acknowledgement is the most important thing. Acknowledge when you're not feeling good and, you know, soothe that mind and say it. Oh, it's okay. You know, I can get past this. I can move forward.
I don't have to stay here.
Right.
And that's okay too.
Yeah. Yeah. So awesome. Okay. So we've written down a couple things that we can do some little tools on. We thought we would maybe do a little bit of tapping, EFT, and a little bit of freedom release method. So we'll just start. Yes. I have my words so we don't forget.
Yeah, we like notes too.
Our brain. Yeah. So do you want to start or should we each do some?
Yeah, we can each do some. So I feel like we can do some freedom release, but then maybe do some tapping on some of these. I feel like I think maybe these top ones are more like tapping.
Okay.
And we'll kind of start here.
Sure.
And just do a few.
Do you want to start out with tapping? Or start out with freedom release?
Well, they're both excellent.
They are. And they can work together. So
yeah, they work really great together. And also both of them are about reprogramming your belief and working with your body on a cellular level. So yeah, I think either way is good.
Okay.
We can start with the freedom release and then go into the tapping.
Sure.
Like we plan to.
Okay.
And then we keep changing our minds.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good podcast. We're having fun. Okay. So we're going to start with the freedom release method. For those of you that might not have watched our other podcasts, this is a technique that we use with the Best Life Creation Society in our coaching. It's a technique that we use ourselves all the time. It's wonderful. It's great for reprogramming your mind. It's great for releasing things and letting go and, giving yourself kind of a fresh start on different topics. Yeah. So in this technique, we're going to take a deep breath in and then hold it. We'll say a statement and then you'll blow it out. Like you're going to blow it out like you're blowing out a candle. Go. Right. So blow it away from yourself. Make noise. Yeah. It's important because we're letting it go. We're saying, sayonara, thank you for your help. I no longer need you. Yeah. And don't be afraid to let it go. The more effort you make to your body and your mind, that you're releasing that, you're letting it go, the better and faster it's going to work for you. Yes. Right. And just don't hyperventilate. Right. If you need to take a little break to breathe normally, please do so. Yeah. Don't pass out and fall. No, that's not helpful. No. Okay. Nobody ever has, but we're just saying. Okay. But I have gotten dizzy a couple times because I had been shallow breathing because I was stressed out or something, and then I do a freedom release, and I'm like, whoa, got so much oxygen in your brain. You're like, I don't even know what to do with myself. And we've talked about that before. When you get stressed or sick or hurt, you shallow breathe, and you're not getting that oxygen that your body needs. So this is a good way to get that through your body. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so all right, you want to start? So I will begin. Yes. Okay. So just take a deep breath in and blow it out. Take a deep breath in and hold. I release any resistance to the more positive I am, the more positive the result is. Good. Take a deep breath in and hold. I release any resistance with, I'm free to enjoy my own life. Deep breath in and hold. I release any resistance with, it's safe to give myself the freedom to be me. Take a deep breath in and hold. I release any resistance to, it's safe to have fun. Take a deep breath in and hold. I release any resistance to, it's safe to have a play day. Take a deep breath in and hold. I release any resistance with, I no longer have to wait for the shoe to drop, because there is no shoe in my creation. Very good.
So good. Yeah. Yeah. And you can just feel a shift in your body when that happens, when it's true for you. You know, they might not all be true for you and you won't feel anything, but really when they are true, and we didn't talk about it this time yet, but you know, when your body is releasing from its cellular memory, you will cough or sneeze or yawn a lot of times, burp, whatever bodily function happens, it will happen. And you'll just feel it, you know, sometimes you just feel lighter, and that's okay. That if that's all you're feeling, that's working, you know, your body is leveling up to a better frequency. So allow that to happen and don't hold that back in. Sometimes even you'll start crying or whatever if it's a deep release. So don't ever hold that stuff back when you're doing stuff like this, energy, you know, exercises like this, because if you hold it back, you're not getting that full release and it's not doing the work that it's meant to do. So allow that to happen.
Right.
Okay.
So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Should we do a couple fill-ups or should we wait for the fill-ups to the end? Either way is good.
I think maybe we'll do a couple fill-ups now, and then after we're done with tapping to them, we can do a couple more.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Okay.
You want to lead or should I do it?
I could do this one and then you
I'll
can do the
tapping.
second.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. All right. So the fill-ups are the same, where you take a deep breath in and hold it, and we'll say the statement, say it in your mind, and then let it go. Just the same. All right. Take a deep breath in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, because I know the more positive I am, the more positive my results are. Take a deep breath in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, because I'm free to enjoy my own life. Take a deep breath in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, because it's fun for me to create new experiences. Take a deep breath in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, because it's safe to give myself the freedom to be me. Take a deep breath in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, because I love being me. Take a deep breath in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, because I know it's safe for me to have fun every day. Take a deep breath in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, because I enjoy my play days. Take one more deep breath in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, because I know there is no shoe
I love it. That feels so good.
And that's one of my favorite things
Yeah.
that I've heard come out of my own mouth is that there is no shoe to drop,
Right.
except for the one that you create. And so for me, that's one of my favorite ones, and why we kind of giggle is because there is no shoe.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're just like on the Matrix, how they say there is no spoon.
Yeah.
There is no shoe. There's no shoe to drop.
Right.
There's no shoe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't fear the shoe.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay to be okay that you're advancing and that you're doing what you love, because nothing can hold you back.
It's safe to enjoy your life.
Yeah. I love that. Safe to enjoy your life is perfect. Okay, so now let's do a couple tapping exercises. I'll take my glasses off. Maybe I can still read the words on there. So I'll just guide you through. First we'll start out with the karate chop.
And so we're going to say these statements out loud. Is that right?
Right. You can say them out loud. You can say them in your head, but if for this purpose we're gonna do them out loud. I'm gonna put my glasses on to read. But if you're doing it at work or something where you don't want someone to know what you're doing or feel like too much of a weirdo. I feel like a weirdo every day. You don't want to feel too weird. Then you can do it in your head. But for me, it feels like it is better when you do it out loud.
So I'll repeat the statements out loud as best I can, and so that everybody else can follow along with us.
Okay. So we're going to start on our karate chop here. And I know sometimes I don't feel safe if I'm trying to make new patterns in my life.
I know sometimes I don't feel safe if I'm trying to create new patterns in my life.
Mm-hmm. But I know that I completely love and appreciate myself anyway.
But I know that I love and appreciate myself completely anyway.
Right. Good. Okay. So then we're going to start at the eyebrow point on the inside of the eye. So it's okay that I think that it's not safe sometimes.
It's okay that I think that it's not safe sometimes.
Okay, go to the outside of the eye. Because I know that I'm always safe.
Because I know that I'm always safe.
Okay, under the eye. Sometimes I feel like it's not safe to let go of fear.
Sometimes I feel like it's not safe to let go of fear.
Okay, under the nose. But I know that I'm always safe and I completely love myself.
But I know that I'm always safe and I completely love myself.
Under the chin. I can keep the lessons without the fear weighing me down.
I can keep the lessons without the fear weighing me down.
Good. And then collarbone. And it's okay to let go of the fear.
And it's okay to let go of the fear.
Mm-hmm. Under the arm.
I'm gonna do this way.
Yeah, however it works. I know I can let go of this fear that I have inside.
I know that I can let go of this fear that I have inside.
Okay, and on top of the head, because I know I am always safe in my own mind.
Because I know that I am always safe in my own mind.
Good. Now take a deep breath. And one thing when you're doing tapping, you kind of can do the negative and acknowledge that, and then go back and do the positive. So like I said, it's okay to feel safe. Or, one of them I said, I don't feel like I'm safe letting go of this fear. And so when you say that statement, and then it's okay, I love and appreciate myself. So you're always mixing in the good and the bad and feeling that, okay, it's okay to acknowledge those good things, because sometimes energy workers don't want to acknowledge anything negative or anything bad. But as long as you're acknowledging and letting it go, then it's okay. And we've learned that, and we've talked about that in our previous podcasts.
Yeah, we're acknowledging to let it go.
Right.
To release
Yeah.
it.
And that's the reason you are acknowledging, so that you can let it go and release it. So
I think that can be an issue if you're
mhm.
like, I don't even want to face this. A lot of
Right.
times you hold on to it.
Yeah.
And so it's just acknowledging, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm thinking. This is what's happening.
Yeah.
And then I'm ready to let it go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what this is.
So important.
I'm letting you go.
Mhm.
I'm ready to let it go.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. So that's the tapping. And you can do as many rounds as feel good. When you start feeling lighter, then you're good. Just let that go and keep tapping, and always end with the top of the head, and then just take a deep breath and let that just kind of filter through. Feels so good to do that. Okay.
I think it'd be nice to, just on those couple of things that we kind of let go, just do a couple of fill-ups around that
Okay.
thought area.
Sounds good. Okay, so let's breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation because I know it's safe to let go of old patterns. Good. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation because I know it's safe to let go of my fears. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation because I know I can keep the lessons without the fear weighing me down. So good. So, it's always okay to let go of those fears that come along with the lessons, because then you've learned the lesson. We don't want to keep dwelling on it, because that's what keeps us banging up against the wall.
Right. You already know what to do
right
in that situation. You already know what you're gonna do next time. And so you can tell your mind, we know. We know what to do next time. We know what's going on.
Yeah.
We're aware. Yeah. So let's focus on the now moment. Let's focus on the positive. Let's focus on what we do want.
Yeah.
So train your mind to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, mind. I know this came up before, but we know how to go past it now. So it's okay. Right. We're okay. We're safe.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
It's awesome. One of my favorite topics. It's one of my favorite techniques that we use, that you can use every day. And again, you don't need anything other than your own inner voice to do it.
Exactly. So let that voice speak up and work with it instead of against it.
Right. Work together. I mean, they say teamwork makes the dream work.
Right.
So team up with your mind to make your dreams start to work.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm a nerd and I love you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Right. Thanks. And we'll see you next week, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys, for joining us today with our SoulSpace podcast. We look forward to seeing you next week. If you have any questions, please write it down in the comments or send us a message. We're happy to answer any questions. We also want to make your questions and things that you want to learn part of our podcast. Yeah. So let us know if there's anything that you want to learn about, and we're happy to share.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. And you can re-listen and do it over and over and over when you have something you're going through and you want to release. So play them again. Bye-bye.
Bye.